What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NBA High Five video with your boy. It is 1 o'clock Central right now. I've been sitting here working all morning studying the slates. I posted my prize picks at greenlightdfs.com on the NBA Access page. Like I said, prize picks will be added every single day over there. So the prize picks are done. All of my prize picks are posted over there on the NBA Access page, and you get that with any subscription. I'm sitting there working and doing my thing, you know what I mean? Loving this slate so far today. And I'm like, you know what? I need to do a video and hook my people up because every weekend I leave them to whatever people they have to watch during the weekends, and I just feel bad. You know what I mean? So I need to make sure I come on here and do some more weekend videos for y'all. So here I am. Gonna go ahead and go through the high five. As you can see, I'm on the Greenlight Optimizer. Make sure when you make your first deposit over on PrizePicks, use code GREENLIGHT to get a 100% match up to $100. Get a free $100 on your boy. Go play over there. Get some W's over there, as well as DK and FanDuel. But let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I am loving this slate. All right, last couple days on DK, man, it has been unfortunate for your boy. Okay, so for example, last night, right, we had Vooch, low owned, dropped over 70. Beautiful. Everybody in the line was smashing. Then late night comes Brooklyn. I have Kyrie and Patty Mills with James Harden and Durant out. I have Kyrie Irving and Patty Mills with James Harden and Kevin Durant out. And they were low owned. See, at the end of the day, regardless of what happens in that type of situation, people are idiots for allowing those two dudes to be low owned. Now, Kyrie and Patty Mills sucked. Okay, and that has been what's been happening the last few nights. The late night hammers in beautiful positions let us down and stop us from getting takedowns 2 nights in a row. But if Kyrie Irving and Patty Mills do what they're supposed to do with those huge usage bumps they were getting with Harden and Durant off the floor, we get a takedown last night. It was beautiful, and I was so frustrated, man. It's annoying when shit like that happens, but at the end of the day, man, I'll take low-owned Kyrie and low-owned Patty Mills in that exact situation every single time. So I don't regret any decisions, man. That was a beautiful spot, and the fact that they were low-owned, there's a lot of dummies in this industry, I'll be honest with you. Regardless of how it worked out, there are a lot of people who are pretty dumb for not playing those guys. So it ended up not working out great, but at the end of the day, it was a beautiful spot, man. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get straight into this, y'all. Starting off at point guard, I'm going to go with Tre Mann. Now, Tre Mann is going to start at shooting guard here in this game. Against Sacramento, obviously, with Giddey starting out at point. That is great for Mann because Sacramento's been struggling versus shooting guards. They've really been struggling versus shooting guards. And Tre Mann's in a solid spot here at 4-1. Now, the bright spot here is he did not do very well in their last game, but he took the most shots out of anybody on OKC. So he's putting shots up, and he's got he's having the opportunity. They're letting him do his thing in the offense. So I really like Tre Mann here. I expect to bounce back here in a great spot matchup-wise against Sacramento. And if he keeps putting up the most shots on the team, he's going to have some big games here. So Tre Mann at 4-1 is a guy I'm really liking. I'm liking multiple OKC just off the rip today. I'm really liking some OKC. Obviously, you got Shy out, but OKC's just really cheap in an up-tempo matchup against a bad defense in Sacramento. So that's why they just kind of stick out for me as value today. I have Bazley projected at almost 28. Darius Bazley's getting 30-plus minutes in a great matchup against Sacramento. Once again, this is an up-tempo matchup. Great spot for these OKC value players, and I'm going to roll Bazley as well. And then third, last but certainly not least, I'm going to go Diakite or Diakite, however you say his name. This dude got the start at center in their last game and looked fantastic. I'm going to expect him to start once again at center here and in a fantastic matchup against Sacramento. Man, Bazley and Diakite or whatever are some of my favorite values on the entire slate, and they all happen to be on the same team. So I love these dudes. And the reason why you need to get these guys in, because I got a couple studs that I need to get in here. And let's talk about them. So, here's what's going through my head as of right now, right? I've got, obviously, Anthony Davis and Giannis are the two priority spend-ups, right? Now, first and foremost, let's talk Anthony Davis real quick. All right. Anthony Davis is in a fantastic spot. the matchup against the Knicks is a rough one. Don't get me wrong. But LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony are out of this game. When LeBron and Carmelo have been out, Anthony Davis has a ginormous usage rate. All right, this game is projected to stay close. It's at home in LA, and he's got LeBron and Melo out. So at the end of the day, Anthony Davis is getting more bumps than Giannis is getting in a game that should stay close. The matchup's not as good as the one Giannis has, but at the end of the day, Anthony Davis is missing multiple players here to give him a bump, and it's at home in LA, and he's cheaper. So Anthony Davis is the priority spend up when it comes to those two guys. Now, here's my situation with Giannis. Now, let me talk about how I'm feeling here. Now, it might get to the point later on closer to the slate where Giannis and AD are guys you just plug in because at the end of the day, they should get the most total points and you have plenty of value and it's just the way to do it, right? Now, the pros for Giannis. He's obviously one of the best players in the league. Portland has nobody in their right mind that can stop Giannis here. All right? Nobody. All right? Problems, okay? This game will be a blowout, okay? Portland just got rid of Norman Powell. They're incredibly thin. These new guys they brought in are not going to be active unless later on they're pronounced active. But as of right now, I'm expecting Portland to be without Norman Powell, without Dame Lillard. I mean, I don't see how this game stays close when you've got Portis healthy, Giannis healthy, Middleton healthy, Drew Holiday healthy. You've got this Milwaukee team healthy, even on the road in Portland. I don't see how this game stays close. Now, it could obviously be a big part of them blowing Portland out be Giannis, and he's the reason, and he got a ton of points. But the way I see it is probably him hitting that 55, 56 range, maybe even 60. In a blowout. Now, is that all you're going to need? Possibly, right? But at the end of the day, if Giannis is going to hit 50 to 55 in a blowout situation, there's somebody that I prefer. You know what I mean? And you're getting him for much cheaper. And that's going to be, I need to do something real quick because I'm going to have to redo this stuff. That's going to be Bam Adebayo, okay? Now, here's the deal here. I need to fix this projection too. I have it lower than I want it. Bam Adebayo against Charlotte. Now, first and foremost, Charlotte is a horrible defense. They struggle versus centers. Bam Adebayo is an absolute monster. In the last game against Charlotte, Bam dropped 57 Draftkings points in 36 minutes, getting 19 rebounds. Okay? 19. In the last couple games, Bam's really been getting it going too. He's got a 55 against Toronto and then a 45 against San Antonio. Then he had a day off, so he's had a day of rest. Now he comes back and gets a prime matchup against this Charlotte team that just gave up 60 to Jared Allen last night. Fire up Bam Adebayo, man. And honestly, my gut is telling me that Bam Adebayo very well could match Giannis tonight. All right, I would not be incredibly surprised if Bam ended up matching a Giannis type of player tonight. Okay, now I love this spot here. It's a fantastic spot. Bam Adebayo at 8-9. That's the guy I'm going to be going with. Let me put my last guy in. As of right now, that's what I'm sticking with. Like I said, come later on in the day, we might very well have so much value where, like I said, you go with the top projected scorer guys, and it's probably the build to go with. But as of right now, like I said, I've been doing my thought process, and obviously Anthony Davis's matchup's not ideal against New York. And honestly, I never feel comfortable playing AD just because of his injury risk. The dude, literally, I've talked about it before, a ladybug could land on his shoulder and he'd be out for the rest of the game. Okay, that's how rough it is with AD, and you always have that chance of him screwing you 100%. But Anthony Davis, his usage is incredibly high when you take LeBron and you take Melo off the floor. Okay, Anthony Davis is going to play a good bit of minutes here, and it's at home in LA. So, and he's 2,000 less than Giannis is. All right, like I said. Now, if this Milwaukee-Portland game happens to stay close, Giannis could absolutely break the slate. I want to make that known, though. Okay, if that game does stay close, he could absolutely break the slate. Right now, Vegas has it at like 10.5 to 11-point spread, though. And also, my gut would tell me that game's going to go out of hand as well, especially with Portland just losing Norman Powell as well. All right, so I think it's going to be a blowout, and that is a little risky with Giannis. But at the end of the day, like I said, if we have so much value later where it pushes you to do it, you can't really go wrong with Giannis and AD as your top two spend-ups of the slate. But on the high five, I'm going to go Bam Adebayo to give you a little more flexibility for the rest of your spots. So we got Trey Mann, like I said, took the most shots out of any player on OKC last night. All right, in a great matchup against Sacramento. Darius Bazley, same situation. At the end of the day, these OKC players are priced too cheap in a plus, fast-paced, great matchup against a bad Sacramento team. Love Darius Bazley. Bam Adebayo against Charlotte, he's already destroyed them earlier this year. Once again, the last couple games he's been looking really good. He's really been getting things going. Now he gets a prime matchup against Charlotte. Charlotte is in a lot of trouble here. The game's also expected to stay fairly close. Jared Allen just dropped 60. Bam Adebayo and Jared Allen are on that same playing field. Some might say Bam's better, Jared Allen's better. I probably side with Bam being slightly better. So if Jared Allen drops 60, Bam's in a great spot here. All right. Diakite or Diakite, I don't know how to say his name, dude, and I'm not going to worry about it. Bearman 3K should be starting at center. At least that's what I'm projecting right now. If he doesn't, obviously it's going to bring him down. But as of right now, him starting against one of the worst teams in the league versus centers, love him. And then Anthony Davis. The down part about Anthony Davis is he's always a risk to get hurt, and he's facing a good New York Knicks defense. The plus sides is he's at home, no LeBron, no Melo, and he's been playing very well as of late. So and he's 2,000 less than the other guy, Giannis. All right, so I'm siding with AD as the spend up. All right, thank you guys for joining me as always, baby. GreenLightDFS.com. Join the squad. Let's get this money. One of the here coming up, which probably tonight the slate feels beautiful. These late night hammers that we play, we're not going to get those guys letting us down. These guys show up even one time and it's takedown time, baby. Last couple nights would have been a damn near takedown if both of our last night guys or one of our last night guys would have even done what he's supposed to. We've had some really unlucky breaks last couple nights on DK, but that's not going to last very long, and I'm excited for that day when we do hit. All right, shout out to all the riders that stay around after a couple down days, get that win after. I'm super excited for all of y'all. PrizePicks has been going up. It's been beautiful. Make sure you take advantage of how we give you access to not only the lineups, but our PrizePicks, my personal projections on the optimizer. You can even use my projections on like the fantasy score PrizePicks over on there. You can use my projections to do your fantasy score picks on PrizePicks as well. Just make sure you look at my FanDuel projections because that's the type of scoring PrizePicks uses. All right, let's get this money, y'all. Thank you for watching me as always, and I'm out. Peace.